welcome back, or welcome if you are new here. I am Nicole. I am the creator behind Firefly Creations, where we do everything crafting. Primarily what you're going to see here is a lot of crochet amigurumi. I do some other things as well. One of those I am going to be sharing with you today. And I'm sorry if I sound a little funny. We are getting over some illness here in this household. That is why there's been even a longer gap than usual between videos. I have been sick for about a week and a half. Rob's had it for about 3 weeks, so I'm just at the tail end, but I still hanging on. It won't completely leave, which is really frustrating, but I have some energy again, which is fantastic. I spent 2 full days just in bed sleeping, and I didn't think I could sleep that long, but I did. But it definitely made me feel a little bit better. So anywho, not a huge long video today, because we were sick. I just didn't feel like doing very much at all. A lot of what I have done is really in the last couple days. I did take a couple days off of work, and then I went back to work, and just, I mean, that took pretty much all my energy that I had for an 8-hour day of work, and then I just came home and relaxed. So not a ton. It's quite underwhelming of what I have to show you on the crochet side. And then I'll show you what else I have that I've been making over the weekend. Also too, we are posting this on Easter weekend, so happy Easter to anybody and all of you that celebrate Easter. We are definitely going to be going and hanging out with some of our family tomorrow for some dinner. So I hope you all have an opportunity to spend some time with family this weekend. So yeah, what have we been working on? I'm going to show you. It's not a lot. So basically I had these guys done, but I was just sewing on the head. So we're back to these little baby tortoises that we have been working on. I had a lot that I just sat and made the heads, and I had the bodies. So I put a bunch of those together. That's just a few of them. I definitely have more that I put together. We made a couple more of the Jellycat Amusable inspired items. So I did 2 more of macaroons, one in the mint green and then one in a brighter pink color, using both basically just what I had left of my Loops and Threads Sweet Snuggles Light. So I had some smaller rolls that I wanted to get rid of, so we used that. And then these are the feet, so I'll try to put a picture up as well as what the feet looks like. Actually, I don't have my old one. I thought I had my old one still sitting here. So I use the feet off of a different pattern, which I like a little bit better. These ones I don't stuff, they're just flat. You can stuff a little bit at the end if you want to, but I choose not to. And then the nice thing with this one, because this particular pattern is a complete no-sew, make your feet ahead of time, and then they're crocheted right into the body. So I like this one because it's a no-sew. The other patterns that I've done for the amusable style inspired guys, I've sewn the feet on, which is not a big deal. It doesn't take very much to sew them on, and then we have the little pink one. So I think they turned out really cute. Really the only other thing that I've worked on that I'm going to show you today. Now, I have been working on a couple other things. I'm just not ready to show you yet. They're not quite done, and I really don't want to show you it until it's completely done. It is definitely one of the bigger projects that I've done so far this year. So I want to get it completely done before I show you. So hopefully I'll have that done by the next video that we put out. But I did a couple, just the little mushroom boys, so in various colors. So I have the little purple one, and I've seen a lot of patterns, they put the little white specks in there. I usually don't. I mean, obviously it takes more time to put those in, so I try to keep the price down as much as possible just by not doing as much. I might add them to these guys. Some of them I have with the variegated yarn, which obviously this one is. So a lot of times when I use that style yarn, I won't put the spots on there because there's kind of spots already built into the color itself. So we had the purple, the green one, and then I did a little yellow guy, and then we did a pink one as well. So again, the caps, I was just using up little scraps of colors of yarn that I had lying around. I have a whole tote dedicated to just smaller, the end of the rolls of the skeins that I've been using over the last little bit. And then the one thing that I did finish that I have been wanting to do for so long, and I've talked about it I think in a couple of my videos as well, I did the mini anchor. So he turned out so good. I am definitely going to be doing the larger one now, and I might dedicate a whole video just to working on the larger one. Obviously, a lot of my videos aren't me working on the items. I'm just showing you what I have done over the week or 2 weeks between videos that I've worked on. But turned out so good. I love it. So for this one, I used the Bernat Mystical, the Bernat Blanket Mystical yarn. So let me see. I can't remember the colors. So this one was pink quartz for the outer, and then underneath I used just the Bernat Blanket in the blush pink. So I did that one. So for my larger one, and this is something that I've wanted to do for quite some time. So I've had the yarn sitting on my shelf for, I don't even know how long. I don't remember when I actually bought it. I think I bought it around the holiday season when they had a good sale going on. So for the large one, I'm going to do it in the Bernat Mystical, in the green. So this one is Fresh Green, is what this one is called. So I have 2 skeins of this, so that should be enough to do the body and the head and the outside of the tentacles. And then for the inside of the tentacles, I want to do a little bit darker color. So I'm going to do it in, this is Purple Plum, of just the Bernat Blanket. So that is what I'm going to use for the big one. So I don't know when I'm going to get started on that. We are only 2 weeks away from our first market of the season. So it is the end of March. Our first market is on April 11th. So I don't know if I'm going to have time to get one done in the next 2 weeks, just because I want to continue working on some of my smaller items. I've been doing a couple of the larger things, like the one large thing that I've been working on that I'm not going to show you quite yet. That has taken up quite a bit of my time, but I need to get some smaller things done. Like I would like to get a few more of the little baby tortoises done. Some of my mallard squishes, some of the items that I know that are going to probably sell at this first market. Because this one is at a hockey rink, it's during a hockey tournament. So a lot of the kids will be there. I don't know the age range of this hockey tournament, but it could be various ages. So a lot of the younger kids like the smaller items. So I'll get some of that done. But what has taken up a lot of my time is I started making some more of my keychains. So my silicone beaded keychains. I had loads and loads of silicone beads, and they've just been sitting in my drawer because I've really been trying to focus my time on the crochet. So I thought before this next market, I wanted to get some more keychains done. So I did some various ones. I basically used up all of my, the beads that I have, like my focal beads that I have. So I have a lot of just round beads, which I won't do a whole lot with right now until I can get rid of some of these guys, and then I'll start ordering some more beads. But I have a couple different variations of keychains that I do. So I'll show you a couple here. So I do a few, and I'll show you out of my drawer, if I can get one, exactly what I use. So I use these kind of rods. So they're stiff, and then the one end just screws right off, and then you can slide your beads on and then screw it back on. So I use these. These ones are a little bit more expensive just because the actual rod is more expensive than the other option is, you know, a roll of rope string that I use for the other ones. So obviously just cost of materials are a little bit higher when you're using the metal. But we have these guys. So this one is one of my favorite ones. So I have this cute little cow sitting in a basket with a heart. So on these little ones, because you have the ring on the top and the bottom, so I just use the little small tassels at the bottom, and then of course the key ring, and then a lobster clasp at the top for people. We have a few that are teacher inspired. And then this is one of the funny ones. I may have shown this to you before in the past, but I have it all together. I just can't find it. So that's usually a pretty popular one that people like and will pick up. And then we have a few that are Nana. So some of that one. We have Mama Bear. So again, I don't ever make two exactly the same. I always have different variations of colors just to try and make everyone happy, I guess. This one of my favorite ones, is a sunflower. So this one, like a sunflower, I can't hardly read it. Like a sunflower, rise, shine, and hold your head high. Sunflowers happen to be my favorite flowers, so anything that's sunflowers I love to do. And then just a couple other variation ones that I did with the little flowers in the middle. I had some of these little charms, so I put a little charm at the top with a tassel at the bottom. So a couple different variations of that, some pinks, some greens, some turquoise, that kind of color combinations. And then what else do I have? So these are some of the ones that I just do with the rope. So I did some newer ones that I had. So this is a sister one, so best sister ever. And again, just different color beads down the ends. I have a couple that, this is Dog Mom. We have some Just a Girl Who Loves to Dance. So that one. So yeah, so we'll see how these make out in the next one. Things like Boy Mama. I have another one that says Girl Mama at the bottom. One of the other favorites. We have our dumpster fire ones. So I sold a couple of those last year. Oh, and this is the new one. I may have shown you guys this one already. I'm not sure, but it's hilarious. It's just like a screaming pickle. It's so funny. So we'll see how those ones go. I have some different color combinations again with the beads on the top. And then something new that I haven't done, which this will be the first market that I've ever made these guys on. Zipper pulls. I had somebody actually ask me that I work with if I did zipper pulls, and I wasn't doing them. And I thought, you know, why not try them, see how they go? So we have a couple cute ones. So I had some elephants lying around. I was trying to think, like, I don't really have a whole lot of focal beads that to put on the bottom that are geared towards children. A lot of them are like the dumpster fire, the moms, the grandmas, that sort of thing for the keychains. But I had a couple. So we did that. We did the little fox. So we'll see how these go again. I used one of the little cows, one of the little cows with the heart for the zipper pull. I had a bee left over from last year, so I did a little bee one. I did have these, I've never used these focal beads, but kind of a Mickey themed one, but also the colors for autism awareness. So I did a few of those. Yeah, so we'll see how they go. If they go well, I might look at getting some more focal beads that are more for younger kids and keep making the zipper pulls. I had started putting them on Facebook Marketplace as well, and that first question I had was, do you do the badge reels? I haven't done them before. I almost bought a thing of badge reels, but I didn't know if people would really like them. But I might actually look at getting some of the blank badge reels. They're very similar to the way that these guys are, if you haven't seen them before. So it's basically like a long metal bar like this. I don't know if it's quite as long as this. And then it just has the round clip on the end, so somebody like nurse doctor can clip it to their clothes. And then the bottom portion has the little snap loop that you'd put your actual name badge on there. So I might look at buying some of those. I was looking on Amazon, you can buy a pack of 24 of them in white or black. So I might do that and get those ready for my May market. But we'll see how these guys go in April. So guys, that's all I have for you. This has got to be one of the shortest videos that I have ever done. But yeah, like I said, we're only 2 weeks away from the first market on April 11th. So I think the next video that you will see will be one last market prep video. We'll see what we can get done between now and April 11th. And then we'll be right into our actual market videos and market recap videos. So very excited to get back into that. It feels like it's been forever since I've done one, even though it's only been 3 months. But I think that's just because winter has been so long. It just has felt so long where we are. And I know a lot of places are in the same boat. We still have snow on the ground. This is the longest I've seen snow on the ground in I don't know how many years. But it's supposed to be double digits finally next week. It's supposed to be 13, 14 degrees for a few of the days. So hopefully that gets rid of the rest of the snow. And we can get outside. I would love to just get outside, go for a walk here and there, get some fresh air, even open the windows too, get some fresh air in the house. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for coming along. Thank you to all the new subscribers as well. After the last video, we had quite a few new subscribers come along. So I love having you here. I love sharing everything that I've been doing with you as well. But until the next one, guys, We'll see you later. Bye.